Hi, I'm going to go through the flow of blood through the heart. Before I get started, I just want to scroll up here and look at my beautiful diagram of this person that we are looking at face on. So when you look at a person, even though when you look at someone, this is your right side, this is not actually this person's right side. This is this person's left side, correct? If you were to go to shake their right hand, you would go to shake this side. So this is the right side of their body. This is the left side of their body. And so when we look at biological diagrams, we're also looking at them as if we are facing them head on. So if we compare my little diagram there of that person and this diagram here of a heart, you can see that this is the left side of the body and this is the left side of the heart that's kind of sticking out like this. And this is the left side over here of the heart. Even though we're looking at it and it's on our left side, this like bulge here would be the opposite way around when it's in your chest. So with that said, let's get started. So at the top here, we have the superior vena cava, and then on the bottom, sorry, let me highlight these in blue, superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. So the reason I'm highlighting these in blue is because these are both veins, and veins mean that they are leading towards the heart. I'm also highlighting them in blue because they contain deoxygenated blood. Again, this is a misconception that people have, is that blood is blue, which blood is never actually blue in humans. It just appears blue through the skin and is sometimes shown as blue on medical diagrams, but it's not actually blue. So the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava is where blood comes into the heart from the body. So this is the heart's, deoxygenated blood. And it's from the body. So the reason we have a superior vena cava and an inferior vena cava is because the superior one comes from the head, like carries the blood from the brain, anything that's like above your heart, your arms, whatever, whereas the inferior vena cava carries blood from the legs, the abdomen, anything that's below the heart. So both of them carry deoxygenated blood from the body, ready to be reoxygenated again. So that enters into the heart through the vena cava, both vena cavas, and it enters into the right atrium. So that is another word that you'll need to know. So the right atrium is the top, when you're looking at a diagram, it'll be the atria or atriums will be the top part of the heart, with the right atrium being on our left side, but again, that's just because we're looking at Buddy's right atrium will be up in this quadrant over here. So blood comes in through there, and then it will fill the right atrium before being pushed down into the right ventricle. So I will put a square around now the right ventricle. So the right ventricle is going to be your lower left side of the diagram. So again, that's going to be on this part here, down here of Buddy, down there, this lower quadrant here. So both of these lower quadrants will be ventricles. The upper area will both be atriums. So this is where we are right now, in the right ventricle. So the right ventricle is going to fill with deoxygenated blood. It's going to fill all the way up, and then that blood is going to get pushed out of the heart, and it's deoxygenated, so it needs to go it needs to go to the lungs. So it's going to pop out over here, and it's going to go through these over here. So we have the pulmonary, oh, sorry, is it not labeled? Oh, here, pulmonary artery. There we go. So the pulmonary artery on both sides, these are both pulmonary arteries. So this part right here is a pulmonary artery, as well as this part over here. And those are both going to go towards the lungs. So it's going to carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Okay, so once it's at the lungs, it's going to pick up oxygen. Yay, we love oxygen. And it's going to come back to the heart, and I'm going to switch colors to red now that the blood is oxygenated. So it's going to come back to the heart in through the pulmonary veins. So we've got the left pulmonary vein over here, and we've got the right pulmonary veins over here. So blood's going to come in from there, and it's going to be oxygenated, which is again why I'm writing it in red. So it's coming in through there, and it's going to start to fill this section here. Like I said, this is the upper quadrant of the heart, so it's going to be, oh, wasn't expecting that. It's going to fill the upper quadrant over here, so it's going to be an atrium, and this is now on the left side of the heart, so it's going to be the left atrium, and I'll put a square around that to show that it's not a vessel. So that's the left atrium, and then the blood is going to be squeezed and be pushed down into the left ventricle, which is down here. So that's going to be your lower quadrant of the heart. So it's going to fill the left ventricle with oxygenated blood. It's oxygenated because it went to the lungs already, and now it's getting ready to be pumped to the rest of the body. So when the blood is in the left ventricle, it's going to be oxygenated, and actually oxygenated. And actually, it's going to be oxygenated when it enters to the heart from the pulmonary vein. So I'm going to put that up here. So on the right side of our diagram, so over here is oxygenated blood. On the left side of our diagram here, we have deoxygenated blood. I say right and left, but it's actually the left side, right? That's oxygenated. And then the right side is deoxygenated. So now once this ventricle is filled, the blood will be ready to be sent out to the body. It's going to go up here through this big vessel, big blood vessel, which is known as the aorta. So I'm going to highlight the aorta. The aorta is it's the biggest artery in the body, and it sends out oxygenated blood to the top the top of our body, so like our head, our brain, or anything. And yeah, so then what we're missing here is the septum. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'll put a box around it in black because it doesn't contain oxygenated or deoxygenated blood. The septum is the piece of tissue in between so it's this sort of tissue in between the left and right side of the heart. And the purpose of the septum is to keep the deoxygenated blood separate from the oxygenated blood, so that they don't mix. And that's really important so that our body gets the most amount of oxygenated blood as possible.